Hey guys, Justice Curry with you today. I have an action-packed adventure you're about to embark on with me. We're gonna look at some amazing, really cool, vintage, rare toys that I'm sure you're gonna love. And then later on in the episode, we're gonna talk about some pop culture type memorabilia that I really wanted to show off. So without further ado, I'm gonna dive into the unboxing for grading. What is a grading service, you might ask? Now, thank you for asking. Now you can send in any item, typically toy related, or there's comic book grading services, and they will give it a grading code depending on the quality of it, and there's other factors as well, from like a 70 or 75, 80, 90, and then they encapsulate it into this acrylic case for preservation, and then it has a number assigned to it, so it's easier to, I don't know if you want to sell it later on. It's validated, so you know you're not buying a fake piece. Now my buddy Robert Mays has a company called APG Grading. I'll put a link down below, and he's reached out to me. We've talked over the years because he's a fellow collector, and I know there's a lot of other services available like CAS and AGA, but his APG, it's a good value. And the guy loves toys and is passionate about toys, so I sent some stuff to him, and we're gonna look at it right now. So let's check it out.
I run it like a point guard, Justice Curry, the trading toy guard. Smell the door, your bones apart, and bring your blaster from the dumpster.
Oh. Now I haven't looked at any of this. I just opened the box, so you didn't have to see me, you know, fiddling around with it. So I have not touched any of this. You're getting to see it for the first time. Oh gosh, I see it as well. So you may go, well, that's just a low light card. Now what makes this unique is it is a proof card, meaning this was pre-production before they went into mass-produced assembly line. They would make some of these test pieces and send them to the quality control guys, and specifically I got this from the vice president of Hasbro, and yeah, this is super fantastic because, like, where's my low light? Like a low light here, that's the one that they went into production. There's like a clear plastic bubble on there, so you can never find them without that torn off, because even if you use an X-Acto knife or ripped it off, it's going to cause damage to this, so there's no way to reproduce. This is a piece of history, and Robert did a fine job of encapsulating it so it can't get any fingerprints, can't get junked up, and he gave it a grading of an 85 NM plus, which I'm assuming is near mint, and he puts 1985 Hasbro G.I. Joe Series 5 34 back low light proof card. So super neat. I didn't know how to display it before. You know, I had it in like a comic book sleeve, and it didn't look nice. So this is perfect. Like, some guys get their whole collection graded, and if you do, you like doing that, hey, more power to you. I like to be able to touch it sometimes. That sounded really weird. But this one, just because it belongs in a freaking museum, I didn't want to get it junked up. Plus, I can set it, and just set it places and display it easier. So let's see what the next one is. Oh, this one is along the same vein, but this was not a proof card, but amazingly, someone took an X-Acto knife to this Boba Fett, vintage Boba Fett card, and cut off it. So instead of just ripping the bubble off, it ripped some of the cardboard off. This adult collector, I bought a big storage unit a couple years back, and the guy was probably in his 30s or 40s when the original movie came out, because he's an old man now. And yeah, he took really good care of his toys. I got a 70 on this, so it's 1979 Kenner Star Wars 21 back. See, I know it's hard to see, but I'll zoom in later. He puts a little sticker on the inside which shows the grading and encapsulates it again. I think there's like a little, Yeah, a little breathing room on the bottom of it, so air, I think, can still get in there. But yeah, looks sharp. Price tag still affixed. Nice piece. So thanks, Robert. I'll put a link in the description for APG and how to contact Robert if you want to go this route. It's really easy. I mean, you just basically message him either on Facebook or through his site and just say, hey, this is what I want to get graded. He'll give you an estimate right then and there of how much it's going to cost. And of course, I'm a budget man, so his prices were pretty much lower than anybody else that I found. This is just packaging material. Yes. I'll save this one for last. For you Transformer lovers out there. Super lucky to find this. I'm not a crazy Transformer collector. If you've seen part of my collection, I have a little shelf dedicated to them, but primarily it's stuff that was vintage, nostalgic to me because I had it as a kid, but I didn't have a lot of Transformers. And I didn't have this one, so I kind of got it graded to help sell it, and it protects it. But this is a vintage sealed Decepticon Thrust. Beauteous. Nice acrylic case to display it. Just check it out here. He makes most of these, or he makes all of them custom. So he cuts out the acrylic and puts little lips on it to hold the flaps in place. Has his little sticker right there, little holographic style. And then the grading right here on the bottom, which says, let's see if you can see it. There we go, it might be backwards, but you just saw that. 1985 Hasbro Transformers Series 2 Thrust, gave it a 60. Then he has subcategories, which I don't know. I'm sure I could message him, like C, 60, B, 85, F, 85, and then he probably averages them together or has some type of system, which you real AFA, CAS, APG, acrylic case grading collectors will know and be like, Justice, you're an idiot. That means this and that. I don't care. I'm just getting them for these little nice cases. And again, you collect how you want to collect. If this ain't your thing, it wasn't my thing, and I'm not going to go hog wild and get everything in my collection graded. But it's nice to have a few pieces, especially higher end, rare ones that are hard to display. And it just makes it look cool. Alright, saving the last one here that I really, really enjoy. Oh, there was a bummer story to this one though. Alright, G.I. Joe Serpentor. I sent it into him thinking it was sealed, but upon further examination he discovered that it wasn't sealed. But that's alright. It still shows an 80 overall, and it says Serpentor Cobra Emperor with Air Chariot qualified. So mint in box instead of so MIB mint in box. If it was sealed, it would be MISB mint in sealed box. But the contents are unused. Serpentor still sealed in his little bubble, and instead of my kids picking up things with their little sticky jelly hands that they just ate a peanut butter and jelly, this will protect it. I like it. Alright, let me move on to the next thing. These are, switch this around here. When I go to Comic-Cons or toy shows or what have you, I'm always wearing a backpack, and I've preached this before and told you guys, make sure you have a backpack, fill it with snacks, water, and then you have places to carry your little treasures when you buy them, and you're not, you know, filling up your pockets or carrying, you know, bags around, grocery bags. So I already have some pre-existing stickers that I've gotten, like Boba Fett from Disney World, and or a little G.I. Joe pin, or my buddy Casey Carty from the Prop Shop made that one. Motu Joe from Retro Rags Limited made that one. Battle Armor Skeletor. But yeah, got some of these. So my buddy, Mr. Zanini, reached out to me and he's like, hey, I got these pins, and we talked some more. So I was like, yeah, I want to check out these pins because I want them for my backpack. And I'll have a link in the description about his service. But he has something called Zanini Box, and you can subscribe, and they're really cheap. I'll show you right here what this website looks like. So you got like plan 1, which you get 3 pins for $8. Plan 2 is 4 pins for $10, or plan 3 is 5 pins for $12. So if you get the more expensive plan, now you're only paying $2 and some change for each pin. And I'm gonna show you, these pins are freaking sweet. I got a mystery one right here. I don't know what's inside yet. I wanted to share the excitement with you. But I've gotten some Zanini pins in the past for him, some of which will be going on my backpack here after I film this, such as Cobra Commander, really high quality enameled pins, John Wick, everyone's favorite assassin, this dude from, I think, Game of Thrones, which I don't watch Game of Thrones. I know it's sacrilegious, and I don't watch horror movies because they frickin' freak me out. So Chucky. Then we got some Spider-Man over there. Yeah. Scorpion from Mortal Kombat. Oh, Dustin, if you haven't watched Stranger Things, turn off this right now. Stop watching me. Go watch Stranger Things. And then Lion-O! Yeah, buddy. Really cool Lion-O pin. That's definitely gonna go on my backpack over there. So let's check out what pins Mr. Zanini sent for this month. And if you see a pin, let me get this a little bit right. If you see a pin, I'm leaning down like on this fireside chat, secret. But if you see a pin, and I cut He-Man's head off, by the way. If you see a pin like there and you're like, man, I want one of those pins, he will sell it after the fact, because these are like a monthly thing where you sign up for which tier you want, which plan you want, then monthly he'll send you the mystery pins. You have no idea. So those were the last couple months of mystery pins. But hypothetically, if you went, gosh darn it, I really like last month's pin, and he's no longer doing last month's pin, you can buy some of them individually, but they're a little more expensive. The greater value, and we all like surprises. Who doesn't like a surprise? Is in the mystery pin arena. So let's check out which ones he sent here. FYI, I know I've talked about my translucent chandelier. Gosh, I get off on so many tangents. But lighting is something I'm constantly battling with. I feel like it's too dark in my room. So I got a new chandelier I'm hopefully going to be installing today. And it just basically has some more lights. I'm still going to do the toy hanging there, but it has a bunch of like octopus lights that are pointed in every direction. So we'll see if that adds some more powerful light. All right. Let's check out what's in the mystery Zanini box. I love that that's his legit last name. Zanini, Z-A-N-I-N-I. So if you like typed in that in Facebook or just Googled it, Zanini box, you would come up with his website. Oh, all right. Let's check out. Here, I'll just do random so you guys see them you're gonna see it before I do, because I'm not even. Whoop. Oh, nice. So G.I. Joe, Duke, right? Yeah. Duke is right here. G.I. Joe is super killer, super cool. So there's your pin you can take off. There's the backing, and just apply it to anything. Heck, I've used pins in my wall. Just put them right into my drywall instead of like a thumbtack. I'll use these sometimes to hang up my toys. All right, next one. I did peek because this gives me nightmares. We have Pennywise from the new It movie. Pennywise, super creepy. No, I have not watched this yet. Someone told me I really need to because it's not too creepy. Maybe I'll watch it tonight. Alright, what's the next one? You're seeing it before me. Boom! Oh my. I just got goosebumps. I seriously, look at my hairs on my, oh my god, look at that. My hairs are standing up. This is so cool, and the anticipation is killing me for the new Joker movie. I'm a huge Heath Ledger Joker fan, and I'm hoping Mr. Phoenix here just does the character right. So I'm anticipating it coming out here. I don't know if it's in 2019 or 2020 when the movie comes out. But this pin is awesome. And let's see, this might be the last one. Yep. And the last one is, oh, Hitman. Yes. Cool. I'm like, who is this? I'm trying to look at it backwards in my little viewfinder there. So I think this was a video game and then turned into a movie for Hitman. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. So awesome, awesome pin. I can't forget to show you this wonderful pin, Mighty Mouse. Who can forget that iconic character? I have many fond memories of watching this cartoon at my grandmother's house because I didn't have cable growing up. So that was the only way I could watch it, was at my grandma's house. Goodbye. So check out Zanini box if you want to get something graded and encapsulated. I've only got a few other ones that I've gotten over the years from Mr. Mays there at APG Grading, like my foreign Night Creeper and this other foreign Action Force Nordic Night Creeper. If you don't know why he's not holding a weapon, check out one of my prior YouTube videos where I talk about Nordic file cards and how they had a weapons ban so they couldn't depict weapons being used in the card art. I did a whole video about it. I do have back here, oh no, I probably shouldn't be so I'm gonna get an angry phone call about this one back here. I'm gonna blame it on Jason Boonstra. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Well, luckily I don't know anybody from AFA, and this is an AFA graded. Someone got this gung-ho 90s graded. I mean, I don't know how much that figure is. Probably 20 bucks, 30 bucks carded. Maybe it's gone up a little bit. But last I checked, that's kind of what they go for, these 90s G.I. Joe, if they're less desirable. But someone spent the, 30, 40, or 50 bucks to get it graded. So they sent it into AFA, which is another different company. Got an 85, but that's not why it's funny or important. This is so nasty, but I have to show you. Alright, so the person doing the grading, oh, I'm gonna get in trouble for showing this, but I don't care. You need to check your product before you send it out. One of their hairs is right here inside it. So inside the darn case, and it's under the stick. There we go. So this nice little hair got stuck between the sticker and the acrylic case on the inside. So I thought it was nasty, funny, altogether. I mean, people make mistakes. It's not a representation of all of their products there at AFA. I mean, they're one of the most, they're the big dog in the grading service. So they're doing, thousands of orders all the time, and I'm just making up that statistic. But I guarantee it's a lot. They're sending a lot through, and little mistakes like that happen. Who cares? But I thought it was funny. Jason Boonstra gave that to me, and he's like, I don't have any use for this. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll help you sell it. And maybe it'll add value having that DNA inside of it of another person's hair. And then I could find out who it is. Like someday when cloning's a thing, I'll just send that piece of hair in and say, I want to know whose hair this is. And they'll clone another human, send them to me, and I'll go, your original person that you're a copy of left a piece of hair. Now please go clean my toy room. And you're going, Justice Curry, you are insane. Yes. Yes, I am. All right. I love you all. Keep on collecting. Check out Zanini box or APG Collecting, Robert Mays through Facebook. Hit him up. He'll get back to you. And like I said, he does a great job and he's affordable. And I love affordability. Talk to you all later. See ya. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. And share it. Share it. Love you. Bye. Real quick, I want to give a shout out to my Patreons. Yes, my Patreon. What is a Patreon, you might ask? Well, if you want to give $1 or a couple bucks to help finance this, I don't have ads on my YouTube videos on purpose. I don't make a dime off of this. I just share my passion with toys, and hopefully you enjoy it. And if you do, and you go, hey, Justice, I know you spend a lot of time editing these things, or driving around to different locations, or just speaking your mind, and I want to help you out. It would be much appreciated, and there's some amazing perks. So I love you all. Thank you all my Patreons. I'm going to cycle their names down right here. So let's look at their names. Yep. Oh, you're the best. Oh, this guy. He's crazy. There it goes. All right. See you later, Patreons. And see you later, all of you. Bye-bye. Unfilled adventure for you. We're gonna so collectors collect all tip. Send an item in that you want to get professionally evaluated, and they evaluate it on many different levels, and I'm not even going to try to explain it because that's not my thing. And specifically grading services, and if you've never heard of what a grading service is, then I'll kind of